Um, Trump in a mood to pardon people. Um, uh, he's got a bunch of pardon power. Um, and it wouldn't be nice if he did something right for once. Trump could do a bunch of things, and he went in the direction of trying to start a war with Iran on the way out, and even war hawks and warmongers and people like that, like Mike Pompeo, who has never met a war he doesn't like, was like, oh, dude, I don't know about that, dude. Ooh, hold back a little bit. Not saying I disagree, not saying but still. But anyway, wouldn't it be nice if Trump, not Joe Biden, but if Trump could pardon Assange and Snowden? Just a little background: Julian Assange is the founder of WikiLeaks. Julian Assange released information from Chelsea Manning in 2007 or 2010. 2010, he released info that the U.S. Troops were actually committing war crimes and going and killing random citizens in Iraq, and then they turned around. And then they killed a bunch of citizens. They killed the rest of the first responders, so nobody could actually help anybody. And the people who were doing it were laughing, doing the drone strikes. They were caught on video doing it, and Julian Assange released that. Julian Assange also released other war crimes from the government, and Julian Assange also got it from Chelsea Manning. And he also released how the Democrats were rigging the primary against Bernie Sanders. And I know that there's a bunch of bootlicking, dumbass establishment, bootlickers who say, oh, he didn't do that. No, the DNC didn't do that against Bernie Sanders. They did, and they released the information about it. Who was Edward Snowden? So Edward Snowden, he was working in the NSA, and he realized that the government was illegally spying on you. They were spying on you. And so he went through the proper channels. He tried to report the information. He was constantly shut down. And then he finally met Glenn Greenwald, who worked at The Guardian at the time, and then founded The Intercept, and then left because they censored him. And he told him all the information that he knew, like they were spying on you, they were spying on their loved ones. And it wasn't even for the war on terror like they talk about. It wasn't even for that. And Glenn Greenwald released it, and then Edward Snowden was banished from the United States. Joe Biden got on the phone and told European countries, I know you protect whistleblowers, but you cannot accept him because Joe Biden's a corrupt asshole. And they grounded a plane that had Evo Morales, who is the former president of Bolivia, because they thought that Edward Snowden was on it. They got on, figured out he wasn't on there, but he was on his way to South America to try to get an asylum, and then they didn't. Well, first off, he didn't get to. They left his ass stuck in Russia, and he had to get an asylum there. And now they're trying to prosecute him like they are Julian Assange because he gave information away about the government and told you, hey, your Fourth Amendment rights, which call for protect you against unreasonable searches and seizures, where the government can't just search whatever they want from you. They can't take whatever they want from you without a warrant. Neither can the cops. And the government was breaking that amendment. They were violating the law. So he did that. Edward Snowden did that because he's a hero. And hey, look, ACLU tweets out, pardon Snowden. There you go, pardon Snowden. Liz Cheney, her dad, who we'll get to her dad, but who was Dick Cheney, Vice President Dick Cheney's daughter. So that's who she is. She tweets out, Edward Snowden is a traitor. No. Well, he's not your father. Not like your father, who started a war in this country. Dick Cheney, who started a war an illegal war, invaded a country illegally against international criminal law. He then ordered torture, covered up the torture, and then helped the CIA cover up, destroy the tapes of the torture. You mean that guy who threw us into a war, threw us into recession, killed millions of citizens, or over 1 million citizens worldwide? Oh, okay, that guy? And she continues, he is responsible for the largest and most damaging release of classified info in U.S. history. You mean the information that the American people needed to know about what Obama and Bush and everybody else were doing with our information, illegally spying on us, and then using Apache helicopters and drone strikes to kill Iraqi citizens and first responders just for no reason, committing war crimes? Oh, okay. He handed over U.S. secrets to Russia and Chinese intelligence, putting our troops and our nation at risk. I'm sorry, didn't your dad do that? Didn't your dad put our troops and our nation at risk by causing havoc around the world, invading 2 countries, allowing Al Qaeda to spread into Iran, turn into ISIS? All of that. Didn't he put our national security at risk? Didn't he kill over 5,000 troops in Iraq and Afghanistan? Oh, okay. She continues, pardoning him, Edward Snowden, would be unconscionable. A dumbass, just like her daddy, huh? What a dumbass. God, look who tweeted here. Senator Rand Paul. James Clapper brazenly lied to Congress, denying that the deep state was spying on all Americans. Snowden simply revealed Clapper's lies and exposed unconstitutional spying. He deserves a pardon from @real Donald Trump. Even Rand Paul, a Republican senator from Kentucky, gets it. Even he gets it. Libertarian. He gets it. Because James Clapper went to the Congress and they said, are you spying on all Americans in the NSA? And he said, quote, not wittingly. Not wittingly. And I'm sorry, that is someone at home. So James Clapper lied to the U.S. Congress. And Edward Snowden did provide that information, and he does deserve a pardon because he was telling us what our government is doing illegally against us. Go. Tweet from John Brennan. I'm laughing because that's the former CIA director who, I'll get to it. He tweets out, I don't know why he... James Clapper has had a lifetime of dedication and service to America. Edward Snowden betrayed his country, providing exceptionally sensitive intelligence to China and Russia. You consistently demonstrate. Here, let me read it again. Let me read this again. So here's John Brennan, the cuck of the former director of the CIA. Jim Clapper has had a lifetime of dedication and service to America. Edward Snowden betrayed his country, providing exceptionally sensitive intelligence to China and Russia. You consistently demonstrate utter ignorance of U.S. national security. You disgrace the Senate. You mean Rand Paul, who's calling you out for your crap? Maybe, Um, let me continue, because these people are mad because Rand Paul is calling out the real truth. That is that the government is not here for you. The government doesn't care for you. Oh, but it'll spy on you. Oh, but if you say something about the government, you'll disappear within a couple minutes, about an hour, and your family won't even know where you are. Because that's who the government is. And when they're spying on you in the NSA and they're spying on their loved ones, I don't remember the operation name, but come on, they're spying on their loved ones even. These are whistleblowers, John Brennan, you cuck. Glenn Greenwald, who I just talked about, responded to this tweet by John Brennan. He said, "You and Clapper are both inveterate, pathological liars who abuse your power, have massive blood on your hands, and got caught repeatedly lying to the American people, and your only punishment was getting hired at CNN and MSNBC. You hate Snowden because he exposed your crimes." That is exactly true. These people who killed millions of citizens around the world, invaded countries for no reason whatsoever. These people who did all of that, who spied on you, who killed you if you spoke out about the government, who overthrow governments because they want to put their own puppets in their power and create terrorist vacuums and slave markets like in Libya so that they can go steal natural resources. They have blood on their hands. They do. And can you imagine what MSNBC and CNN are like now? Can you imagine them sitting around in the green room or a conference room? Hey, remember when when you lied to Congress? Hey, remember when you were spying on all the senators and when Dianne Feinstein got mad because you were spying on all of their computers? You were spying on the Senate. Hey, remember when we tried poisoning Julian Assange? Oh my God. Hey, remember when we invaded Libya, Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan and Pakistan and Yemen and all these other countries? Hey, remember when we invaded Iraq in 1953 because their president was trying to help his people and not give us their natural resources? Oh God. Woo! Remember when we were spying on all Americans? Oh, yeah. That's the kind of conversation they're having. That's the kind of people who are tweeting out that Edward Snowden and Julian Assange are traitors. No. You're the traitors. You betrayed American trust. You betrayed American national security. It's your faults. Okay. Oh, look. A tweet from Americans for Assange. Publishing the truth is not a crime. Torturing a journalist is. Oh, there you go. Hashtag free Assange. That's right. Because that's what we do. You hear that, oh my God, Vladimir Putin's killing journalists. What do you think we do? We arrest journalists. Look at Julian Assange. He's in jail right now, rotting away, while we're trying to put a crime after crime after crime on top of his charges, charge after charge after charge, even though they're not true. Espionage and every other kind of act, just because he gave away government secrets. Now this is the government saying, shut the hell up, because we're going to catch you, we're going to put you in prison like Assange, and we're going to get the CIA to plot to poison you, and guess what? We're going to try and kill you. And then we're going to torture you in these prisons. That's what's going to happen. Check this out. Apparently Trump might pardon these people. Unconfirmed reports are claiming that U.S. President Donald Trump will pardon WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange days before leaving the White House. And Republicans in the party are feeling apoplectic, is what it says. And what that means is they're not wanting him to do it. Because he used to have allies in the Democratic Party, but now when he reported on the DNC, of course they hate him now because he released all that information that was going on. And then Republicans don't want him because he's exposing government war crimes. That's why they don't want him to do it. Here's the another tweet for Americans for Assange. Hey MAGA, you hate fake news, right? Well, me too. Did you know that Julian Assange and WikiLeaks have a 100% record of accuracy? Wow, that's pretty impressive. They've never gotten it wrong. Pretty impressive. We need your help to pressure Donald Trump to pardon Assange. Yeah, go ahead, MAGA. Do it. You hate fake news. I hate fake news. You want it to be 100% accurate. Hey, Trump, pardon Assange. Do it. You really want to have the biggest own ever? You really want to own the libs? You want to own the liberals? You want to own the deep state? Guys, the deep state is the FBI, the CIA, the National Security Agency, the Department of Homeland Security, the DHS, all of these places. The DNI, the Department of National Intelligence, all these people in Washington and Virginia and everywhere else. Hey, Trump, you really want to own the libs? You want to stick it to Hillary? Remember, you hate Hillary. Assange hates Hillary. He put out the information about the DNC that potentially helped you win. Stick it to Hillary, Trump. Stick it to her. Pardon her. I guarantee you, Trump, this is going to get you a lot of good credit.